Back in the very early 90s, I had just gotten married and had made the decision to leave the religion that I was brought up in. Having lost my religion and getting married at such a young age, and moving away interstate from my family and starting afresh, resulted in a little bit of confusion and therefore depression. So I went and sought medical advice and went to my GP, and I was asked to give a brief history of my family. My mum was manic depressive, or she had bipolar. Pretty much as soon as I reported that to the doctor, they prescribed me Prethide, an antidepressant, and told me that there was a possibility I may have to keep taking this medication for a long time, if not the rest of my life. So for the next 2 or 3 years I popped pills every day of my life, and thought it made a difference. Very psychosomatic, very much placebo effect. Anyway, next 10 years I'm on all sorts of medication every single day. Started doing some really uncharacteristic things, and before too long we all sort of thought that I was just a bit of a nut. So fast forward 18 years from the day that I was prescribed my first antidepressant pill at 20. The last medication that I was prescribed was called Effexor, which was an anti-anxiety, antidepressant. This sent me off my rocker. It completely gave me the ability to not have a conscience, and that was absolutely wonderful. To live life momentarily without the feeling of guilt or consequence was blissful. Actually, no, Effexor was the second last medication I was on. I was on it for about 2.5 years. Then I was diagnosed with attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, and my medication then changed from this antidepressant, anti-anxiety medication Effexor to another anti-anxiety ADHD autism spectrum medication, which was called Strattera. 6 weeks ago, for the first time in nearly 20 years, I stopped taking medication for the first time. My body had become accustomed to having chemicals in order for it to function, but more importantly, my mind had become accustomed to these chemicals in order to function, and the dependency that the mind builds up on these stupid bloody tablets is scary. First 2 weeks, absolute agony and nightmare. Hell. Not nice at all. For the past 4 weeks, I think, for the first time ever as an adult, I've felt what it is like to be a human being.